You're watching the Evening Report at 6 on NBC North Dakota News, your news leader.
Cleaning up along the Missouri River is also a dirty job. Because of flooding, the task has been even more difficult for the Mandan water treatment plant. It's had to bring in some outside help to clean out some of the dirtiest parts of the structure. Joel Porter has more.
City workers in Mandan have a dirty problem on their hands. A faster current and higher water on the Missouri mean more mud and sand is making its way into the treatment plant.
What's happening is the heavy sedimentation and the heavier sand. Our equipment isn't used to lifting that heavier sand and running with that heavier sand, so it's caused some issues in that regard.
The problem's gotten so bad, Freeze has had to call in divers from Minot to start running pumps to clear out the muck.
You get down there, find your spot, and go to work to start sucking up sand. That's basically about it.
Done backflowing?
Yeah, barely.
David Basenko and the rest of his team from Minot have been working at the plant for over a week. Each diver spends about 4 hours underwater watching the pumps, working with only about 6 inches of visibility.
Came across a couple big fish down there. I mean, they just sneak up on you, come up out of nowhere.
Freeze says one problem now that the Missouri is showing signs of going down is the deposits. He said the sand is now forming a large sandbar right outside their intake system. That could mean they have to do more digging even once the river recedes.
It's going to be an ongoing battle for us until the river gets down to normal. And then, you know, we're looking into the possibility that we may have to dredge the river to keep our intake structure open.
Freeze says keeping the water clean is getting to be more expensive with more chemicals and more manpower. Fortunately, things haven't slowed down at the plant. They're still able to treat about 4.5 million gallons of water every day throughout the summer. In Mandan, Joel Porter, NBC North Dakota News.
The plant measures the clarity of the water in units called NTUs. Typically, the river water averages about 5 NTUs. This summer, that number has climbed way up. The EPA requires the plant to filter the water down to 0.3.